Namaskar and welcome to all my students of Ayurved. This is YouTube channel of Kuber Entertainment. In the series of e-learning, I, Vaidya Rama Khatavkar, am here with the subject Ayurvedic Stri Rog Prasuti Tantra. This is fourth part of the series and today's topic is Garbhini Paricharya, that is antenatal care according to Ayurveda. References from classics. All the Ayurvedic classics have described in detail about this topic in their Sutrasthan, Sharirsthan, Chikitsasthan, Kalpasthan, Uttar Tantra and so on. Mainly Brihatrayi, Laghutrayi, Kashyap Samhita, Ashtangaruday, Yog Ratnakar, Harit Samhita and Bhel Samhita are some of them. We are going to study Garbhini Paricharya by following points: introduction, importance and necessity, classification, actual Paricharya, and benefits of following these rules. Pari sarvato bhavena charya charitum acharitum arham tad charya. The rules set for holistic benefits and include all points of routine is Paricharya. This concept is different from Dinacharya, Rutucharya, Sadvritta Palan, etc. The epochs like pregnancy, menstruation, puerperium are absolutely normal. During these phases, some changes occur in mind and body, especially in reproductive system. After passing these phases, body gets its prior state again. Some rules are set to let these phases go smoothly and without any complications. These rules about eating habits and behaviors are called Paricharya. Importance of Paricharya and connection between fetus and mother. Garbhasamana yoga kshema hi garbhini bhavanti. That means the health and well-being of both depend upon each other's health. गर्भोपवासस्तु मनस्त्रिया यम जंतुम व्रजेत तत्सदृशम प्रसूते. During pregnancy, eating habits and quality and type of the food she takes directly affects the growth and development of the fetus. Same can be said about her behavior and psychological condition. दोषाभिघाते हि गर्भिण्यः यो यो भागः प्रपीड्यते स स भागः शिशोस्तस्य गर्भस्थस्य प्रपीड्यते. The fetus is likely to get diseased along with the mother's diseases. Objectives of Garbhini Paricharya: to maintain the mother's health status, to maintain the health status of the fetus, to help the natural growth and development of fetus, to avoid abnormalities occur in fetus and mother, and lastly, preparation for the full-term normal delivery. Provisions of Paricharya. These rules should be followed starting from suspicion of the pregnancy and not after confirmation, and one should continue to follow up to starting of the labor. Garbhini Paricharya is classified in two parts. First is general rules which should followed throughout the pregnancy, and the other one is Masanumasik Paricharya. Some rules are changed in each month according to changes in fetus and mother. They are described as Ahar, Vihar and Aushadhi in Pathya and Apathya. Samanya Paricharya, that is general rules. The basic guideline is Garbhini Saumyacha Sada Bhavet. Her approach should be mild, gentle, placid and soft towards everything she does, she thinks and she eats. A one-line basic guideline of Pathya Ahar during pregnancy is Rudyam, Dravam, Madhuraprayam, Snigdham, Deepaniya Sanskrutam Cha Bhojanam Bhojayet. Rudya means her favorite and also good for heart. Food in liquid and semi-solid form and not very dry. During pregnancy, Rasadhatu of mother acts in three ways: nourishment of mother, nourishment of fetus and preparation of breast and milk. So, for the best production of Rasadhatu, the food like this is essential. This type of food has Santarpan qualities which is function of Rasadhatu. Dry food increases Vatadosh and Dravahar makes Vatanuloman. Examples of Dravahar: Yavagu, rice boiled with 8 times water. Yush, soup of pulses. Vegetables with gravies, vegetable soups, non-veg soups, that is Maus Rasa, and Payas, sweet prepared with milk and various nutritional ingredients. Out of the Shadrasas, diet of the pregnant should mainly include Madhura Ras. It nutrients Saptadhatu by its Sthira, Guru and Balya Gun. Examples of Madhura Ras are wheat, rice, dates, honey, fruits like banana and jaggery, etc. There are four main types of snigdha food: ghrut, oil, fat, and bone marrow. Along with these, navanit, that is butter, and milk are also mentioned with priority for diet of Garbhini. Snigdha food helps for Vatanuloman, digestion, appetite, taste, and stable body. It helps in growth and development of fetus. Deepaniya Sanskritam. Her diet should cooked with ingredients which increase her appetite and help to digest the food, like ginger, cinnamon, black pepper, mustard, cumin, clove, and many more spices. Apart from above mentioned diet, there is importance of Amla, Madhur and Sheetal food is also mentioned. Examples given in books are jackfruit, rice flakes, rasala, amalaki, mudga, khanda sharkara, grapes, etc. Pathya Vihar. The most important thing is fresh and joyful mind. Then body hygiene and cleanliness are also important. Her residence should pleasant and atmosphere should be happy. Each and everything she wears, she uses should soft and mild. That is her ornaments, her clothes, her bedding, etc. The classics say that maintaining the atmosphere like this is a responsibility of her husband, her father, and persons around her. The timings of waking up and going to bed are also important. Sound sleep is essential. Prayers, politeness, respect to elders help to maintain a sound mind. There is mention of importance of the sun worshipping also. Apatya Ahar varies from person to person. Directives are not to take diet which is not suitable to her geographical conditions, the season, and her digestive capacity. Wrong amount of food should also be avoided. Food of only one taste and too much consumption of all tastes, both are prohibited. Pungent, spicy, hot, heavy, and the diet which causes constipation are also be avoided. Things described in Garbhopagataka Bhav should strictly be avoided. The things which are against well-being of all senses, Jnanendriya, Karmendriya and Man, are also be avoided. All types of heavy and drastic doings are not allowed. Too much use, very little use, and the wrong use of senses will also cause damage to mother and fetus. Things not to do: over practice of coitus, heavy exercise, weightlifting, Kathinasana, Utkatasana, Upavas, Raktamokshan, using heavy blankets, etc. Some more things which should strictly be avoided: alcohol consumption, smoking, narcotics, journey by jerk giving vehicles. Some more don'ts. First thing is Vegavarod, that is holding the natural cause like micturition, defecation, etc. The second thing is not controlling the feelings of anger, grief, jealousy, frightening, etc. Guideline for medicines for the pregnant. Medicines from Jivaniya Gand for external and internal use with the anupan of Navanit, Ghrut, Adi. Lakshadi Tel Abhyanga is good for fetal nourishment. Falagrut is the drug of choice for the pregnant. And lastly, Ahita Upachar, the treatment not for the pregnant. Panchakarma and Tikshna Shuddhi and Swedan and all the drastic therapies are strictly avoided in the management of pregnancy. In this way, we have gone through the general rules of Garbhini Paricharya. In the second part, we will discuss about Masanumasik Paricharya, which is a specialty of Ayurveda. Any suggestions and queries are welcome. So, see you all in the next part of this session. Till then, take care and thank you.